The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be brought out by a player who... Back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter, it's Taylor Heineke. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And some room to work. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game. On 4th down, here's Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Purdy bootlegging it.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Niners respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Throwing on first is Wentz. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Wentz now on first down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Gibson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Slye is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That good for 22 and a first down. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown! George Kittle, 51 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, Gibson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A give up the middle to Gibson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And diving to try to get the first down. He's going to be a little bit shy of the marker. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now hold on a second. Why would they decline that, Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you. but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. John Bates with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast or an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go with McCaffrey. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibson. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson from 17 yards out. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3. Sly on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Four plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Purdy gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. On the move to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Purdy now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Purdy, and it's caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
And he's He's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wentz now to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And some space here. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points.
And he can't find any.
Down. A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third. Back now at FedEx Field. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And he comes back with one complete. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. Purdy, big 4th down play. Touchdown! Juwan Jennings from 4 yards out. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with McKissick. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Finding Gibson on the slant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now Wentz. A throw to the flat here for McKissick. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Commanders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Purdy looking to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, no
surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another try for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Oh, he fakes a spike. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dustyn Behm collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.